For the past 3 years now, we've been hearing, or I guess 2 years since President Trump was sworn in, we have been hearing, stop separating children from their parents at the border. And the response from the government, from the Trump administration, has been that we have to separate the children because of the Flores Agreement from the Clinton era, from 1997, which says that the children can't be held in the jails with their parents. And so finally, Trump administration gives the left what they want. They say, okay, we're going to rip up the Flores Agreement, and the children can be held with their parents, and they won't be separated anymore. Was the left happy? No, of course not. Now they're saying, well, you shouldn't be detaining children at all, which means they don't care about family separation. What they care about is that you are arresting illegal aliens crossing into this country at all. What they are doing here, and President Trump is very good at this, is he is making the left show their hand, which is they don't really care about family separation. They didn't care about it when it happened a little bit under Barack Obama. They didn't care about it when the Flores Agreement went into effect in '97. What they care about is that we are trying to stop illegal immigration because they want open borders. They want over 3,000 people a day to come into this country. It's a cynical political strategy, and now they've exposed themselves.
They have. And I'll allow our viewers to make the decision about whether you think 20 days, children in a detention center for 20 days separated from their parents, is better than 50 days in a detention center with both of their parents. You can decide which is more detrimental to the mental health. The fact of the matter is, and we talked about this in the introduction when I said that the number of so-called family units has increased by 300% in the last year. The number of children that are being trafficked, so the number of children then that would be detained, is going to plummet if we do not have catch and release, because catch and release incentivized adult migrants to bring a child with them in order to get out of jail. The number of kids who aren't even going to have to take this dangerous journey or be forced on this dangerous journey is going to drastically fall.
Of course, when we hear about the left talking about compassion and how the right doesn't have any compassion for these poor immigrant children, they seem to leave out all of the actual cases that are going on, all of the actual consequences of their open borders policy. You heard those stories about a month or so ago out of Tijuana, Honduran women who are staying at shelters, who have their children, who can't go to work, can't even leave their children because there are unscrupulous men who are going around trying to purchase children for $150 or $200. They know, as you said, that children are a get-out-of-jail-free card, quite literally. And the number that you cited, that a third of women and girls who cross that border illegally are raped or sexually assaulted on the journey, according to Fusion and Amnesty International through the Huffington Post, so these are left-wing sources, those numbers could be as high as 60 to 80%. So when we're talking about compassion, when we're talking about care for our fellow humans, ask who is really showing the moral high ground here? Who is really showing compassion? The group of people that incentivizes and encourages a system that leads to rape, sexual assault, misery, and death, or the people who are saying we need to enforce the laws, a self-governing people has a right to set its own immigration laws, and we need to reduce what has become an untenable and dangerous situation at the border.